Don't you think?
She does seem happy, at least on the surface. But sometimes people laugh when they're crying on the inside.
The chaos appears every day.
I get hungry even when I'm
Time to pick up my kids. I'll bet she's a strong woman.
She looks strong too. What is that article? Are you on a pilgrimage? Where's she from?
Be careful. These days it's dangerous.
Thank goodness the trains are.
This is where you can purchase your tickets.
I want to wish everyone.
I need to show the tourists something. Good time. Are you famous? I don't want to die with regrets.
Okay.
I really wanted to take a girl to the banquet of the Lord.
Maybe if I wait here, she'll come back.
Go, 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 go!
I have butterflies.
Like a round-trip ticket.
Good evening. It's now 7 p.m. and the nightly festivities are in full swing. The Recreation and Leisure Committee
You came
encourages
after
visitors
all.
to visit
You
all
look
the attractions our
absolutely
city has
beautiful.
to offer.
You're like an angel from
Thrills,
heaven.
thrills,
I heard this
light,
place
and
serves a
magic.
mean steak.
Our city has it
Yeah,
all.
it's delicious,
We
all
order
right.
you to enjoy
But
yourself.
first, let's watch the fireworks, okay? See? Aren't they amazing? You know, I really want to thank you for coming out with me.
How many times do I have to tell you? I'm just here for the steak.
Sure. We're just eating, right? My girl won't get mad at me for that.
Why do you still call her my girl? I thought she dumped you.
Actually, about that, I kind of embellished things. When you saw me looking so blue, it wasn't because I was dumped. See, well, the thing is, me and my girl were engaged to be married. But then she died. It happened so suddenly. I was in shock.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
But then you came along, and I invited you out, and you said yes. And you even showed up. I mean, I didn't think you would. You don't know me from Adam. My girl and I had been looking forward to this day for weeks and weeks. She loved the fireworks of Yusnan. She said seeing them made her forget about the end of the world. But then, all of a sudden, she was gone for good. I think she guided you here, so I could enjoy the fireworks for us both. It sounds crazy, but it could be true. Stranger things have happened.
Chaos is everywhere.
Chaos seems to have retreated.
May the winds of peace come. Here you go. I managed to get you what you wanted.
This is it! This is exactly what I was looking for! Thank you! With this as a present, I will finally be able to approach Candace. Alright, that's it. Work can wait. I've been putting this off long enough. It's time I talk to Candace. Hi?
Oh, hey! I haven't seen you around here in a while. And you're with that nice lady who helped me.
You know who I am? And you remember me? Gosh, I don't know what to say.
Of course I remember you. How could I forget? You were practically my very first fan. Even back when I was totally unpopular and no one would come to my shows, you'd always be there watching every baton twirl. So anyway, what do you two want to talk about?
Oh, right. That is to say, what I mean is,
Are you okay?
I want to marry you, but we could just be friends. That would be okay. Whatever you want.
You should have just said the friends bit. That's when it hit me. Realization like a bolt of lightning. Watching this young couple's first exchange, I remembered something from far in the past. I once knew a young couple who were in love. Sarah and Snow. They meant the world to each other, but it took me too long to see it. The memory brought a pang of regret. What if I'd been there when they first met? If I'd seen the seeds of their love first planted, maybe I could have given my blessing from the beginning, instead of waiting until it was almost too late. Congratulations. So, Tommaso, are you glad you finally took the plunge?
Am I? And it was all thanks to you. You gave me the courage I needed. I mean, you're like our Cupid.
Thank you, Lightning!
Light, just now when you were watching those two talk, did you say anything? Under your breath, perhaps?
I don't think so. I was just thinking to myself, that's all.
Oh, for some reason I thought I heard you talking about the past. Memories of happier times, your family, when you were together with Sarah?
You heard that? I'm sure I didn't speak the words out loud. Maybe we've been together for so long that you're starting to read my mind.
It is, isn't it? You're the Knight of Light. Perhaps you could help me where others could not.
That depends on what you want me to do. So who are you?
Perhaps you have heard of me and my work. I am the man who uses forbidden alchemy to create the ensorcelled machine.
Alchemists investigate the very essence of souls and life, the original natural philosophers. Alchemy is an ancient discipline with many rules and laws. And it pains me to confess, I broke one of the most sacrosanct taboos of all.
Look, if it's forgiveness you're after, why don't you talk to the priests?
I seek redemption, but no priest can provide it. Behold, the fruits of my crime, the sorcery machine that I created.
That's your doing? That thing powered by chaos?
I had a feeling you'd understand. You could see its essence, can't you? Please, help me. Help us all. You have to destroy that thing. Already, countless brave warriors have lost their lives at its hands.
Killings are not gonna end until someone stops that thing. And it looks like that someone has to be me.
Thank you. You're my last hope. Although I built the accursed thing, I am powerless to stop it. It's grown far stronger than I ever imagined it would. With each victory, it consumes the soul of its victim, and thus it grows more powerful.
Let's do this. Thanks for waiting. Watch out, I bite. death ends now. Keep up if you can.
Lightning wins the fight! She's queen of the arena! The savior of the slaughterhouse! The goddess of death is celebrating tonight! What a fighter!
Oh, how can I ever thank you enough? The machine has been defeated, and at last his soul can rest in peace. You have saved him.
You talk about that machine as if it was a living thing. Do you think machines have souls?
No, of course not. But that one, it was special. It was not like any other machine in the world. The truth is, my brother's soul was inside it.
Your brother?
It was my doing. Alchemy was the key. It was forbidden magic. I knew that, but I yearned to try it. I took the soul of my living brother and placed it inside the machine.
That's madness. Why would you do something like that?
When people stopped dying of old age, I lost sense of the true value of life. When I carried out that experiment, it wasn't just my brother who died. Now that my brother's soul has been released at last, there's only one thing left for me. I must pay the ultimate price.
You want to believe that dying will absolve you, but you know that's not true. It's the coward's way out, that's all. If you really care about redemption, then you have no choice but to keep on living. You have to regret what you did for the rest of your life, until the end comes.
And if I do that, if I live for eternity suffering the guilt of my crime, will I find forgiveness in the end? Will the guilt ever be lifted?
I wish I could promise it will, but either way, you owe it to yourself and the men who died, whether or not it brings forgiveness.
You again? It seems you can't get the thrill of the arena out of your system. Am I right? Are you going to enter the tournament? Bring my crowd some joy, and give them a good show.
I'll stop the spiral of death.
Lightning wins the fight! She's queen of the arena! The savior of the slaughterhouse! The goddess of death is celebrating tonight! What a fighter!
That was a fine performance indeed. I'd welcome a star like you any night. You again? Are you going to enter? Bring my crowd some...
Expect me to back down?
That was a fine performance indeed.
Please, only one flask of nectar per customer. No exceptions.
Well, you look busy.
The first moment I laid eyes on you, I knew. This woman is the Philosopher's Stone. She'll be the key to making gold.
All for science.
Of course. The search for the nature of all things requires money, and lots of it. This will enrich me. I mean, help my research immensely.
Fine, but if I hear you're handing out untested potions to customers again, your researching days will be over.
Oh, a threat? How frightening. But we're partners. Let's not argue. Besides, I haven't given you your reward. It's only right that you share in the fruits of my research, so this is for you. Oh dear, you are carrying a lot of things, aren't you? Maybe you should discard some of them. Do come. Besides, I haven't given you your reward. It's only right that you share in the fruits of my research, so this is for you.
What's this, a new recipe?
Yes, I have added chaos seeds to the brew. According to my calculations, this will greatly enhance your physical and your spiritual health. Allow me to share a fundamental truth. Human souls themselves are born from the chaos. The discovery shook the alchemic world to its core, but years of research have borne out the results. My latest concoction is a result of this discovery, and one of the first practical applications.
Our souls come from the chaos? Why do you think that?
Years of research, I say. Whether you choose to believe it or not, that's up to you. Both the chaos and human souls are ephemeral things. They defy understanding and elude comprehension. To try to define them with theories is like trying to hold smoke in the hand.
Where'd the...
Summon me! My dream is to like you head on.
Neat idea.
The cycle of life goes on for everything except humans. We've lost something unique to us. Perhaps it was our souls.
Trains departing from the North Station are expressed.
Have you been...
Require a room?
Come again, anytime.
It's gone already?
This broadcast is brought to you by the Public Morals Office of the Order of Salvation.
You can defeat me.
Where's she from?
I just
Few
happened
shops
to
that
have
survive on the north side.
Though that's not to say I want to
What?
Care to tell me your name?
You only need a name if you want to talk to people. If you don't, then what good is it? That's why I don't need one. Nor do I ever want one again.
You're definitely the one I'm looking for. The man without a name. That's you.
It's true, I've been nameless for many years. But am I the one you seek? Who knows? Who knows anything for certain in this dying world?
I guess we can skip the introductions then. I've got a question for you. This is a rough neighborhood you're living in.
Uh-huh. And the fact that you're here means you must be new to the city. Most folk don't come here. Why would they? This place used to have a name and everything. But then the chaos came, and folks fled in fear, abandoning their homes.
Which meant it became the perfect hideout for crooks and other lowlifes living in this city.
Indeed. Like me, for example. This will be my home till I die. What?
Care to tell me your name?
You only need a name if you want to talk.
You're definitely...
It's true, I've been nameless for me.
I guess we can skip... I've got a question. What's your story?
Don't get your hopes up. It's nothing too exciting. I used to be part of an organization, until one day I made a huge blunder. I've been holed up here ever since, hiding my shame from the world. The end.
If your past is so shameful, why are you telling me? Shouldn't you be keeping it to yourself?
It doesn't matter anymore. Legally, I'm dead. I don't even exist officially.
How do you make a living, or even eat?
My son helps me out. He's a good kid, unlike his old man. I hope he doesn't end up like me. Are you still here?
The reason I wanted to talk to you is because I'm looking for a journal. It belonged to Ranulph.
Ranulph's journal? Why? What do you want with a thing like that?
Nothing. It's not for me. He asked me to find it for him. I'm just doing him a favor.
I thought this day would come. After 2 centuries, I'd hoped he'd given up. But when has a man like me ever gotten his way in this miserable world? So much water under the bridge.
What did you say?
You say Ranulph asked you to do this for him. Is that true?
That's right. He did.
Then go to XIII. A woman named Rin has what you're looking for. When you see her, hand her this letter. Tell her that Reddick sent you.
Reddick. So that's your name?
It was centuries ago. Anyway, you tell Orin who sent you, and she'll help you out. Orin liked to watch the trains go by. She would sit and watch for hours. You'll probably find her near the Overlook in XIII, where you can see the tracks.
May the winds of peace come.
Don't forget to buy it.
Who are you?
You must be Erin. Here, I have a letter for you from Reddick.
Reddick? Well, that's a name from the past. Wait, I thought he was dead. Let me see that thing. Well, that's his handwriting, all right. I'd recognize it anywhere. Here, I've kept the journal with me, just as I promised him.
I don't mean to pry, but how do you two know each other?
We used to date. It's not one of my finer moments, that's for sure. Hindsight, you know. But that was lifetimes ago. He made me keep this while we were still together.
Why would he give it to you instead of keeping it? Have you read it?
The thought never even crossed my mind. And I knew anything that bastard Reddick was involved with couldn't be good. Please, take it. I'm sick of carrying it everywhere. I'm just happy to wash my hands of the whole thing. It's your problem now.
All right, I get it. Thanks.
Light, you found his journal. I can't believe it.
I know, right? Weird, huh? What I don't understand is why there are so many people involved. First Reddick had it, then he gave it to his friend Orin, for safekeeping.
I wonder if it holds some sort of big secret. If secret's so dangerous, just having the journal in his possession could put him at risk. What do you think?
I think I should read the journal before I give it back.
It would be the fastest way to find out what's going on. But do you really think you should? I mean, it is private after all.
But does it really matter at this point? I mean, we're already neck deep in his affairs. It's all for his benefit anyway, right?
Okay, it's up to you. But remember, What's been read can't be unread. If you want to do this, you're on your own.
I need to know the truth. I need to know for Ranulph, for his own sake.
Day 2505. I searched every inch of Yusnan. I found no clues as to who killed my wife and child. Day 3229. I came across a merchant in the Warren who had a valuable piece of information about the case. A certain business rival wanted me out of business. Was this his doing? Did he kill my family to make some sort of sick point? Day 4762. I can't stop picturing my daughter's corpse. I can't erase the image from my head. I have nothing to live for anymore. But I can't rest until I find justice. My family deserves it. Day 15756. Revenge is imminent. Mark my words. Justice will be served. Day 15757. Justice will be served. Day 15758. Justice will be served. Day 15759. Justice will be served. Day 15760. Justice will be served. Justice will be served. Justice will be served. Justice will be served.
This is... I can't believe Ranulph had to live through this kind of tragedy.
His wife and child were killed by a business rival. I can't begin to imagine how he must have felt.
The journal begins from the day after the incident and goes on for years. I mean, look at the dates.
He must have been chasing the killer for decades. It looks like he was consumed by the thought of revenge and nothing else.
But wait, there must be a mistake. Remember what Ranulph said before? He told us that he had never had a family of his own.
I don't think he was lying. I think that's what he honestly believes. I think he truly doesn't remember what happened. Look at these journal entries, the same words written over and over. He couldn't deal with reality. He must have cracked. Lost his sanity.
Yeah, and with it, all his memories.
In the end, it was the only way he could survive. Cutting himself off from the past is what's kept him going. He doesn't mourn his family, because he doesn't know they ever existed.
Started cooking.
You bumped into me on purpose.
Poor souls who gather in Yusnan. You again? Are you going to... Bring my crowd some joy and give them a good show.
It's another night of monster mayhem! Bloodsport fans, you wanna see a fight? Give it up for our challenger, Lightning! Show us what you got!
That went well, right?
performance indeed. I'd welcome a star like you any night. You again? Are you going to end? The curtain is about... That was a fine performance. You again? Are you going to end? Bring my crowd. That was a fine... You again? Are you going to... The curtain is about...
I'll take on your grief.
That was a fine performance indeed. I'd welcome a star like you any night.
Miss Mighty Savior!
Go ahead and board the train.
Trees still grow and die as they once did humans. The fools.
Chocobocolina! Are you here to admire my good looks again today?
Are you taking the train?
Chocobocolina!
Do you like it here in the Wildlands? Is it for you? If it is, it might be worth heading over to the den to. Ah!
If anything catches your eye. Come back anytime.
I think I'll survey this.
Are you lost?
Gracious me, where did you come from?
If you're that jumpy, maybe you shouldn't wander out here at night.
I'm not wandering. I'll have you know that I'm pursuing science. Important science. Yes, I'm on these plains for a reason. I'm here to learn more about the breeding habits of the fuzzy sheep.
Look, you're dedicated. That's great. But is it worth dying for? There are monsters out here.
Yes, I know. It is believed that fuzzy sheep mate only at night. I've tried on a number of occasions to track them back to the breeding grounds, but each time, a marauding monster has driven me away. I've been forced to make my observations from this distant spot, so as not to endanger the sheep by attracting more monsters. However, it is dangerous work.
That sounds foolhardy to me.
I accept the risks. And do you mind? I have work to do. Unless, that is, you would care to help me.
Maybe, but you're putting yourself in too much danger.
Oh, I know it's reckless, but I have no choice. The whole of science eagerly awaits my results.
Why don't I make the observations for you? I can keep the monsters away at the same time, and then let you know what I see. That sound good?
But... Oh, dash it. Very well. It is far from ideal. But what choice do I have? Monsters seem drawn to me like flies to a pile of behemoth dung. As far as I can tell, the fuzzy sheep spend the night amongst the ruins atop that hill. I hope you will meet with more success than I.
I'll do my best. Now, will you go home?
Fine. I shall await your report in Arius Village.
This looks a lot like an egg. It can't belong to the sheep.
What do you have there? Is it an egg?
What are you doing out here? I told you to wait for me in Arius.
I couldn't just loiter around the village, twiddling my thumbs and waiting for you.
You could have been killed. But now that you're here, you might as well take a look at this. I found it in one of the sheep's nests. What do you make of it?
You did? Are you sure it was a sheep's nest? Let me see. Gracious! Could it be? This is incredible. I do believe you have found the first verified fuzzy sheep egg.
A sheep egg? You're joking. I mean, that's impossible. Sheep don't lay eggs.
Oh, I assure you it's entirely possible. As a scientist, I can tell you that many kinds of animals lay eggs, not just birds and reptiles. For example, monotremes are mammals that lay eggs, although I admit they are decidedly uncommon. So, it's all clear now. That's why the sheep return to the same place every night. They have to sit on their nests and incubate the eggs through the cold night.
These are the sheep's nesting grounds.
Yes! It's the greatest biological discovery of the century! Here, let me have the egg. I shall guard it with my life. If I can keep the embryo alive, and a fuzzy lamb hatches from it, it will be the final incontrovertible proof of my discovery. The decades of work and self-sacrifice have at last borne fruit. Thank you for everything.
We can scatter them easily. For the new world. Now you know. Let's do this, Odin! For the new world. Let's do this, Odin!
Huh. So, you're growing Tantal greens, are you? You can eat them yourself, or feed them to your favorite chocobo. Well, let me tell you, it's a fickle plant. I haven't seen many people grow them as successfully as you have. Where'd you learn all this?
From Sarala at Canopus Farms.
Oh. Sarala, you say? I couldn't be more proud of my granddaughter. She is something, isn't she? She's got quite the green thumb, thanks to good genes.
Huh. She never mentioned she had a grandfather.
Oh, did I say my granddaughter? Slip of the tongue. What I mean is, Sarala's she's the granddaughter of someone I know. Anyway, how is her father doing? That coal can be quite difficult.
Well, her father...
Say no more. If he's anything like I remember, he's gone wandering off, leaving her to tend to the fields again, all by herself. Yeah, he doesn't do much anymore. Sarala's the one who's been taking care of everything. I wonder, between my Tantal greens and her Gazal greens, which is more delicious? Now that's a question. If only I could taste both at the same time, then I'd know once and for all.
Do you want me to bring you some of Sarala's greens? Is that it?
If you'd be so kind, I'll make it worth your trouble. How about in exchange, I let you use this field?
All right. I'll be back.
You're much too kind. Thank you. Oh, you're back. What do you have there? Are those Gazal greens from Sarala's farm? I've wanted to do this for a long time. Now I can finally find out whose greens are better. Why, these are absolutely delicious.
Are they better than yours?
Yeah, there's no question about it. My Tantal greens don't even compare to her delightful and scrumptious Gazal greens. Sarala was so small when I last saw her, and now she's all grown up. She doesn't need coal anymore.
You seem to know a lot about her and her father. You're not related, are you? Maybe an uncle or something?
It's a little more complicated than that. Nevertheless, now I can pass away without worry, knowing that she can take care of herself. That's all I wanted. Anyway, the field is yours to use as you please.
Poor Sarala. I heard the news about her father's death. But something doesn't quite make sense. I was in Arius and saw a man who looked just like Cole. But Cole is dead, so it couldn't have been him, right? Just someone who looks like him. Is there a chance Cole is still alive? Who could I have seen over in Arius village? Is there a chance Cole is still... Who could I have...
The field is yours.
Hello? Are you still alive? Hello?
Keep your eye on the clock. It's nearly time to get you back up here. You need to return to the Ark at 6 every morning, without question. Remember that, Light.
Chocobocolina! So, how's that quest coming along, Sonny?
Here, this is for you. You know, for that job. This conversation with Cuppet, copy?
I've heard the goddess's disciples are causing trouble.
You do know that it's almost time, don't you?
All trains are running on schedule. Thank you. This stop, the Wildlands. Passengers for the Dead Dunes and Luxuriant South Station, please board now. Thank you.
Sarah, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, I can hear you. I've been waiting for such a long time just to see you. But I'm coming home now. It's been a long journey, and it's almost over. I've got so many things I want to tell you.
Yeah, me too.
Lightning, you're just like I remember. We haven't seen each other for so long, but you won't let on that you're glad.
You're my sister. You know me better than that. Like you always tell me, I don't wear my heart on my sleeve.
Yeah. The number of times Snow and I tried to get you to crack a smile, but we never could. Except for that one time. You've always been like that. Even when we were kids. But Light, when you've done your mission and I come back, promise me that you'll smile for me then, okay?
Sarah was right. Ever since I could remember, even as a child, I always kept my feelings deep inside. But this time, it wasn't a mask, and I wasn't hiding my joy. When I saw Sarah, I didn't feel anything at all. It's like whatever love I'd had for her was gone from my heart.
Welcome back.
Samag was alive after all, and he's been living together with the other Mughals. I'm really happy for him. What exactly was that white chocobo story? Light, you said you knew him? Did you call him Odin?